Yeah.
Oh.
We're recording for 2 minutes. Would you hit the button or something?
Yeah.
Fuck boy.
Why would you do that?
Right.
It's Casso.
I have
Jay.
Jessica.
We are Culture Visions.
Um,
Can we just start off with the sad stuff first?
you gotta call your sister. She wants a cameo. She wants to state her piece.
About what?
She wanted to be on the podcast.
It can't be this week. It's a sad moment. And I don't feel
Man,
like
talk about what you was gonna talk about.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Mother Kobe.
Number 8.
Number 24.
Number 24. I don't know. This one is a little bit different stinging. That's a different stinging. The death of somebody, of a celebrity. You know, I know where I was last year with Nipsey, and I know how that place felt and how the vibe kind of like shifted where we were at, me and Castle. And when he passed, it was crazy. You know, we just left, went home, whatever. But yesterday, you know, being at work and getting that news through, you know, everybody's just sending it, calling the store, telling us about it.
Y'all open on Sunday?
Yeah. Not telling the time either because I don't want people to
Till 5.
I just felt I felt that one as a dad, you know. I felt that one as a brother. And there's always people that always say you don't even know these people, like, you know what I'm saying, like they ain't did nothing for you, but we kind of try to champion people to be, you know, to when they're doing stuff good for the community, when they're doing stuff good for themselves or whatever. If you wanna root for them, you know what I'm saying? And it was years and years with Kobe, I found myself on the other end, you know, rooting against him because I like the team. But I always thought, no, this is not. It's just like when people rooted against Jordan. There was some people that didn't like Jordan, but they knew that he was the greatest, you know. But from my end, I wasn't kind of going on that spectrum. I was just saying, watching him give people on the court just the business and just his mentality and his warrior attitude, you know, inspired me. Even though that's not my guy, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that's their guy. But I didn't take it as sport yesterday.
Nah.
You know?
Nah.
Just like I didn't take it with Nipsey, even though, you know, he's in the gang and all that stuff. I didn't take it as, you know, a rap artist or a celebrity. I took it as like, man, that was a human being. Those were human beings, those 9 people that were on the plane. And I just felt, I don't know, throughout the day at work and at home, I just felt uneasy, you know, about it. You know, I felt real like scary just thinking about this situation happening. You know, this chopper is going, you know, 300 miles an hour, out of control, and all you could do is like, dang, if that was me, how am I holding my kid?
Right.
How am I saying it's gonna be all right and it's not gonna be all right? You know, like.
Yeah, I think like Kobe, like even though like none of us knew him personally, it was still like he was like that dude that we kind of grew up with. Like, we came in, like, I was born in the 80s, so like Jordan was my favorite athlete ever. So that was my guy. But to see Kobe come into the league and literally like mirror Jordan, you know what I'm saying? It was like he was like our generation's like guy. You know what I'm saying? As far as like when you thought about the NBA, you thought about Kobe Bryant. Like, it was impossible to not say his name when you were talking about, you know, the greatest players playing the game. And then for him to spend 20 years playing basketball in the NBA, which is only a fraction of how much he had been doing it. You know, I mean, he was doing it for 17 years before, you know what I'm saying, he hit the NBA. So that's 37 years that he had gave the game of basketball. And he was just, like, he had retired in 2016, right? He was, like, just really starting to live, you know what I'm saying, because his life was basketball before that. So he only got 4 years to be a dad you know what I'm saying, full time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, be a husband full time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He put so much energy into his family, and for that to be like just gone in the blink of an eye, you know what I mean? I feel so like my heart is heavy for his wife, who has to deal with the loss of her husband and child. You know what I'm saying? His other daughters that have to deal with the loss of, you know what I'm saying, their father and sister at the same time. You know, like you can't even begin to imagine the amount of stress and the weight that must be on that family. And the wife is pregnant right now.
She's not pregnant.
Oh,
she had a baby in June.
Oh, okay, right. So yeah, dude, like that's a lot, man. That's heavy.
That's why I said, I'm gonna let you go, Jess. I'm sorry. That's why I said, I mean, I don't even think I slept. I kind of really think that every time I kind of woke up and I thought about it, I just thought about me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in that, it just hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
But that's why I said give people their roses now, man. Why they still alive?
I always felt like I handled death differently. Like I always felt like for a long time I like would doubt if I was like emotionally void because I never got real affected by it.
Yeah.
But it was because I make sure that I tell people how I feel, whether it's good or bad. Like, so if I say something to you and I part ways with you or burn a bridge with you and then something happens to you, I'm okay with, because I meant what I said. Like, so if something happens, I'm not going to go back like, oh, I shouldn't. I wish I would have made amends with him. I wish I would have. No, I'm sorry that you passed. I said what I said, though. And I feel how I feel. If I love you, I'm going to make sure that you know. So, like he said, make sure you give people their roses when they living. I believe that everything is a part of a divine plan. And it sucks. I feel more like to Vanessa, to his wife, to have to deal with that, to have learned about that before anybody else, and to have to deal with. Because I lost my stepmother and my sister at the same time, so I get the whole like losing two people at once, but that's crazy. Because you don't expect it. And then talk about how he even was on, like how he started riding the helicopters was for his family.
Yeah, so he could. He was doing that when he was in the league.
Yeah, that's what he said. Mm-hmm. He said that because he never wanted to give up his practice of his routine, but he also didn't want to suffer family time. So that's why he started doing the helicopter.
Yeah, he's a shit. 405 is a.
That's what he said. Yeah. So that's crazy that.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
So
he was still relevant too. Like who do we have as retired superstars? Like
it
that.
Was still new, and then
he was still relevant. Like in our time, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, it ain't like he retired, disappeared into the sunset. Like MJ retired, and it was like it's a rare sighting. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jordan was on a golf cart. It's like, oh shit, that motherfucker is out the house. Like
all you see is them brown eyes coming.
Yeah, but now it's like Kobe was still doing stuff, man. Like he had more to do.
Yeah, but I hate when people say, "Oh, we didn't know him. You didn't know him." Athletes, that's what kids aspire to be. So you don't know how many kids' lives he saved just by them trying to
be like him,
and not dealing in the streets and whatever, going to the rec centers and shooting the ball around trying to be like Kobe.
There's kids in the NBA right now that will say that.
That LeBron said it. LeBron said that he went to his camps and.
Also, there's people really taking it bad. Kyrie is taking it really bad.
Man, they had the video of LeBron crying.
That
man, boys taking it bad, man.
That was I ain't gonna lie to you. I went with the right that seeing that like
man, it hit you. Right?
Yeah, like because he grabbed his wife like like so that's crazy.
I don't get the whole you didn't know him. It's a human is gone. A father is gone. A husband is gone. You don't have to know somebody.
I don't know, man. I feel like if you was a real Kobe fan, you felt like you knew him.
Right.
You know what I mean? You felt like some sort of attachment to him. Like, but we always do that. We gravitate towards like our heroes. You know what I'm saying? People like that, like Muhammad Ali. You could have never met Muhammad Ali, but if he was alive during that time, especially when he was protesting the war, you felt like you knew him. You know what I mean? Because he believed the same thing you believe, so you connected with him on like a whole nother
Right,
level.
because it's more than just seeing him on TV. It's the principles. That's how it was with Nipsey. It wasn't it wasn't even his music for me. It was
what he stood
the
for.
stuff that he talked about, right? So that like when somebody like that passes, it's not just clips. You know, you got all these clips. It's what they represented that's gone with them,
Right.
and what he was motivating as far as his work ethic, and that's something that he could have, even off of the court, he could have continued to give to people, and it's not here anymore.
Like, it's literally a thing, the mama
Right.
mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They had Nike commercial for it.
Yeah, for real.
Casa, what you got on it?
R.I.P. Kobe.
Word.
Cool.
He more
Jump-
a boy than me.
So we could get off of the emotional bit. You know, we get off the emotional bit. I do want to say the newscasters and the people are extremely hilarious. I mean, like, what is wrong with them?
What you mean?
The
That's
lady.
the name of the team, ain't it?
I'm not saying it.
the LA,
Nah, man.
the LA
Hold on,
Nakers.
we gotta start over. Your mic not on.
It ain't been on this whole time.
No.
Oh, they probably still hear me. I
Yeah,
talk
dude.
loud, so
Right.
we ain't gonna start over. Don't worry about it.
Alright, you gonna edit that out?
The man literally turned my mic off. Now I'm getting louder. Now I'm getting loud.
That's
Don't do that.
All right, you can edit that.
It was never on. You hit record before I can even check anything. So that's your fault.
So nobody's mic was on?
No, your
No,
mic.
yours
wasn't.
was off.
I don't think that's a bad thing, but continue.
Right.
You. So off of the Kobe thing, not off of it so much, but I mean this. We said rest in peace, and I want to move forward. You know, that's a little emotional, but the reporters, news reporters out
You really
here.
couldn't sleep?
Huh?
You really couldn't sleep?
Nah, I really couldn't sleep.
Some people are affected by things more
I was
heavily
just asking the questions.
than others.
So the newscaster, right?
Like, you don't believe me when I say that? Like,
Nothing.
for the record, that lady's an asshole. The newscaster.
You don't believe the explanation?
Hell no.
She was trying to say Knicks?
I didn't hear knackers. I'm pretty sure
She
I
could have
heard
said
niggas.
Snickers. And that would have been like,
That's the same thing like your man, the coach that said, I meant to say slugs, but he said thugs.
Who
The
said
coach, you ain't hear about
slugs?
that?
No. Oh my God.
I forgot which team it was, but he was referring to the opposing team and he called them thugs. And then he said, I meant to say slugs.
Well, that's different.
No,
I
it's an NBA team.
Oh.
that's different. Like, how would you, like, what?
I mean, you're clearly lying, though. That's my whole
Right.
point. Like, you did not, like you
But-
said thugs on
Wear all
purpose.
black hoodies for the rest of the season.
Just like she said niggas on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe she didn't. She didn't say it on the air on purpose.
She said Nakers, dude.
Anyway. She didn't say it on the air on purpose. But it's kind of like we were saying
Yeah.
before, like, she was probably talking shit off camera. It was like, and
Go.
you're on. And she was like, yeah, star player for the LA niggas. I mean, Knicks, Lakers. Like that's what you said that shit on purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. She fired. That's
She
cool.
was just
long
on
as she
camera,
gone,
like,
she gone. She good.
sit
Whatever. You know what I mean?
That's what I heard, that she was fired. When I tried to look it up to, like, fact check it while we was back there, I didn't. Nothing pulled up. So I don't know
all
if
right.
she's
Well, I
actually
hope she gets
gone or
fired. I mean, she got to
suspended.
go. She got to go.
You don't even know what news station that was or what area.
It was
MSNBC.
Don't Google it.
NBC.
I ain't gonna Google it. Somebody sent it to me, fam. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Listen.
Whether or not she fired or not, ain't nobody gonna
I
know.
think that they-
Nobody watch that damn station.
MSNBC.
No, like,
Yeah, they do.
enough people watched it because they immediately put a change.com petition out to have her fired.
It's the
Like,
number one
soon
left
as they-
wing.
It's like saying I'm gonna call
news
the Better
station.
Business Bureau on you and get your ass fired. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, there's some people that threaten to sue us.
I don't think y'all gonna have it.
I don't care. I don't care if it
That motherfucker
does.
sounds
It's
scared.
more publicity for me. You know?
Sue
How is that more
the
publicity for you?
podcast?
You want to
What y'all
sue
talking
me?
about?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, wow.
Conversation we can have off air another time. But hey, listen, check it out. Check it out. Judgmental people need to go somewhere and just cut their tongue off. So, in context about Kobe, where we had a conversation about the lady who on Facebook said that he was a rapist. How you gonna care about him? How you gonna glorify a rapist? It's like, ma'am, a man just died with his kid in a helicopter.
Yeah.
Wasn't he acquitted?
He was definitely acquitted. I mean, I feel like that's not enough to say because OJ was acquitted too. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, I mean, in Kobe's context, we all know what the deal was. Like,
Hey.
she wanted some. Hey, man, that's Kobe
He was
Bryant.
found innocent.
I'm
Right.
about to bust it open for Kobe. You know what I'm
They
saying?
were saying that back in the 90s?
After he beat that thing down, she was like, yo, my stomach hurt. I'm suing this motherfucker. I'm crying rape. I'm crying rape.
That's why.
Maybe he didn't. Maybe she was like, I expected more. You know what I'm saying? So since I didn't get the satisfaction I was after, I want some money. You don't pay me.
I feel like in cases of rape and famous people that there's usually more than one incident. So in this amount of time that has passed, we would have heard more allegations.
That's
Even
true.
if they had all been acquitted or whatever, I feel like more people,
Yeah, for
it would have
sure.
been more whispers of it.
And plus, he went the extra mile after that shit. Like, Vanessa already had the ring, the one joint that was nice.
Yeah,
That
he
motherfucker went out and got a whole nother one. Like, baby, you ain't going nowhere. I ain't letting that go. You know what I'm
But
saying?
she was about to. Like
She was
Drake
about to
said,
dip.
Like Drake said, she was about to.
She was about to dip, but Kobe was
About
like,
to
no,
take
no, no.
half.
He was like, no, no, no.
She was about to take
You know what I'm
half.
saying? You ain't about to Tiger Woods me, baby. Nah.
Nah, not Tiger Woods. She was gonna get him on. Like,
Yeah, because they didn't have
Tiger
no
Woods was
prenup.
a
Yeah.
whole nother monster. Though.
But I'm just saying he wasn't about to let her go.
yeah. I mean, you got to do that though.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for
if
sure.
you don't want, if you ain't signed no prenup.
I don't think that's why. I think he,
I mean,
you
especially if you
even
didn't.
even
he
if it
legit
was-
left her and he was like,
I'm saying. I'm just
But
saying.
I think that you, in some cases, not R. Kelly. I don't know what happened to that man. But in some cases, I think that
Y'all
you
bringing
can
up monsters.
separate. You can
Yo,
separate tragedy from something like
that's
that.
true.
Like,
But y'all niggas know. You know this too. Listen, if R. Kelly was to get in a car accident tonight, motherfuckers will be stepping in the name of love everywhere.
I don't listen to anything.
That's you.
Yeah.
Man, Black America will be like, damn, we lost a great one. This motherfucker had chicks tied up. Yo,
In
they
dog
still
cages.
gonna be like, step, side to side. They still gonna be doing that shit. He was like, man, it seems like you ready was my shit.
Yo, y'all bringing up monsters. OJ.
You remind me of my Jeep? Oh!
But I'm still
It's gonna be
playing that shit though.
See what I'm
that's the
saying?
thing.
See
I'm
what I'm saying?
not like I don't listen. Like the other day, him and some song with him, and I deleted it right off of my joint. Like
Really?
I don't listen to his music.
Man,
at
like,
all.
listen,
I
if
understand.
once
And I
you watch
love.
it,
I was
I'm still
a Tickle
listening.
Bitties fan. Like I loved R. Kelly, but
Listen.
I can't
Listen.
support him.
after you watch the documentary, you can't, like, every song you listen to, you immediately equate to him talking about a young girl. Like, seems like you ready? She just hit puberty.
After hearing about his financial situation, though, obviously the money not going to him, so you're not supporting him if you press play.
It don't matter. I don't want to hear. Like he said, like I can't. I listen to all them songs and think pissing on young girls. Like that's all I see.
Drip, drip, drip.
Okay, we got. No, we can't.
You remind me of my Jeep is about a Barbie Jeep. Like I can't listen to him no more.
I'm telling you. My man said, my mind's telling me no, you should have listened.
Right.
Okay, we got.
Yes.
Because I'm
Man
just.
said, I don't want to hurt nobody. She tied up. You don't want to hurt nobody. What you mean? She got to ask permission to eat. Her stomach hurt. You don't want I'm saying, man. He was full of shit, dude.
Yo, come on. Oh, I gotta get it together.
Now I'm gonna go back and listen to the
Fiesta
details.
was a birthday party.
Hey, Fiesta was a birthday party. Pinning the tail on the pinata, like on the donkey and pinatas and shit.
Somebody's quinceañera.
That motherfucker seen the little girl with the blindfold on. He was about to hit the pinata. That motherfucker like, ooh. Freaky ass.
Seems like you ready.
I'm telling you, she just hit puberty.
Okay, let's go. Judgmental people, man. Judgmental people. What you think about it? Because you brought this up in the group chat, Chaz.
Well, I brought that up because my newsletter is on it tomorrow. But I was more so talking about the Tyler Perry movie.
Okay, go ahead, explain.
If you list, like, my judgmental mindset was listening to other people, like, and their opinions and their judgments, and letting that
Persuade.
Persuade what you were
Think about the movie.
not even just the movie, on a bigger scale, like, affect your life. Like, how many times have you not, or especially women, have not dealt with a guy because of something that another girl did?
Never.
Or said, especially women, y'all don't care.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead. Dudes do care. I ain't listening.
Yeah, but you
ahead,
do.
go ahead.
Like, if Casso said whatever, you might still hit.
No.
That's all it's gonna be.
And he like, yo, like, listen, man, I had her doing all types of crazy shit. I'll be like, well, explain what crazy shit we talking about. Oh, man, listen. Soon she came in the crib, I had the plastic laid out. I was like, it's about to get nasty.
Started singing Seems Like You Ready.
And she was with it. I'd be like, oh, I'm never looking at her the same. Never.
Right. Well, or like friends, like it might have been somebody that missed out on a friendship, like them being cool people just because you heard that they did some foul shit or whatever. Yeah. So I looked at it on a bigger scale because I legitimately was not going to watch that Tyler Perry movie based off what other people had said. And the wigs were whack. It was the extras. The extras was doing extra.
That shit was funny.
I ain't seen that Tyler Perry movie in like 10 years.
But it was a good. It was rushed. It is not going to win an Oscar, but I felt like the storyline was a good storyline, and I wouldn't have watched it if I listened to the majority of the people that were judging the movie, and they weren't even judging it on the story. They was judging it on wigs and homegirl coming down with barefoot after.
What?
Alright, like, who cares about wigs?
So
it was bad.
Yo, you gotta see homie.
The wig changed in the scene. So you look at her.
Did you do some
this?
No.
You look at her.
Bro, I'm
her hair
this
is like
picture.
patted
I'm
down.
about to be screaming for a minute.
It goes off of her on the other character, comes back, and it's a completely different wig.
It had to be done on purpose. Like,
far from great.
But it was another scene where she
was this a serious
struggled
movie
to
or was
put
this
her.
a comedy?
No, it was a serious movie. It was another scene where she got out the bed and she took time to put her house shoes on.
I'm sorry, what?
She gets out the bed and she takes time to put her house shoes on. Like, leans on the bed and all that to put her house shoes on. Come down the stairs barefoot. Homegrown got her house shoes on no more.
Yeah, that shit was bad.
It's an extra in the background, eating air.
Eating
Literally has nothing on his fork. And drinking air.
Oh, this movie.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was terrible. I seen the preview for it.
Yo, but hold on.
Oh, you talking about Homegirl? Oh, yeah, this was supposed to be a serious movie.
Yeah, it was. And the premise of the movie was really good once I started watching it. So
I'm never watching a Tyler Perry movie.
You can watch
so
this
my thing was just on a larger scale. How many things do we miss out on listening to other people?
No.
Okay.
I form my own opinion.
Go ahead. I know you guys.
What? How many things? I think you got a point. In a general sense, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think we do a lot of times. But then again, like, contrary to that, I think there are other times where we are hard-headed and don't take somebody else's opinion, and then we end up, you know what I mean? So you always got to use your own wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody can present something to you. It's up to you.
No, I want to know now.
What advice you don't take? That you should?
But they're talking about being judgmental of certain things. Give me an example. Throw one.
Yeah, tell them.
Yeah, since you put him on blast, motherfucker.
You gotta say it now.
Provide the evidence.
You gotta say it now.
You wanna put this air on the pod?
Yeah.
Yeah, air that shit out. The camera on you. I wanna hear it.
Dum dum dum.
Want to say shit? Relationship advice?
Ooh.
Clothes advice?
Damn, we just had somebody here too. Could have helped you out. You ain't even get a business card, did you?
Want me to keep going?
What about relationship advice? I want to know.
Yeah, your sensitive ass would want to know. But go ahead.
I'm not being emotional this year. Nope, not me. I just want to know.
The year just started, man. Give it time.
Yo, what? Tell me something that what happened in the relationship that I didn't take advice for.
Say that shit, because I'm probably going to have your back anyway. So go ahead.
Want to say accepting things that you shouldn't?
He's still being vague.
He being real
Because I'm
big.
trying not to air his shit.
That is true.
Because you always tell me not to.
You might not want to push this.
I'm trying not to say names. And
You might not want to
You
push
can
it.
say, like,
No. Moving on.
Yeah, move on. Move on.
See?
Before I get you a lawsuit.
Yeah, Jot, move on, cuz.
Oh no, you could go with that one.
Move on.
I'm ready for that one.
Move on, Rick.
All right. Anyways, nah, man.
Again, advice, poking the bear.
Yeah, for real.
All right, cool, fine, whatever. I just wanted to see what you was gonna say. I had a friend this weekend. It was crazy that you brought this up, because I had a friend this weekend who was telling me, you know that the he say, she say, I can't even get it. You know what I'm talking about. And she was like, yo, I had your back. I was talking like I was for you because we had the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But the other person had formulated their opinion about you based off of what somebody else said.
Of me.
No.
No,
About me. Talking about me. I'm sorry. Talking about Ricky.
Okay.
So I'm on the phone talking to them. They like, yo, listen, like, they really, the other person that they were talking to, really, like, they had like a hate towards me.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know me, didn't have a conversation or sat down with me, don't know, but took what the other person said and really had hate in it, and she had to, you know, check them for me. And I get it. People do that all the time. You don't even know a person and you just hate a person because of what somebody else said. You just gonna judge. And you ain't even gonna get to know the person. You're not at all. You ain't even gonna speak to them. You know, I try to.
You don't need to talk to that person anyway. That's how you
No. I ain't even. You right. No, you're absolutely right. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you're gonna formulate your opinion about me based off of somebody else. You ain't even gonna take the time to get to know this book. You ain't even gotta get to know all the way to where you having a sit down eating lunch or something.
Yeah.
But just to have like a, yo, man, how you doing? What's going on with you? Like, you know, what do you do? You know? And then now when I open up my mouth to speak, now you can be able to have a better understanding of who I am instead of just formulating your own opinion. And I think those things, it messes up business. It messes up relationships, you know, forwards down the line because, you know, maybe you wanted to work with one of their peoples that do business, and now they're telling them, "Oh, you don't work with him. He's an asshole." But they don't even know
It
me.
only sounds like people not gonna go nowhere and do shit anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, the motherfuckers that operate like that and think like that, they was never going to have your back anyway. So, in a sense, it's almost like they doing their job because you supposed to be that hater. That's just how you are. You know what I mean? Because if you don't know me, I don't know Jessica, but somebody say, oh, she this, that, and the third or whatever. And I'm just
That's
like, oh,
probably true though.
yeah, fuck her then. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know her. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I really impacting her life like that? Nah, she don't know who the fuck I am. She don't care. She don't know that I don't like her because I ain't got the balls to come say it to her or talk to her.
You're right. No,
so
I'm
why should she care?
I'm 100% with that. I'm just talking about when now it comes and affects business. It affects certain things in relationships. You know, and that's what I was getting. Why I'm understanding with her.
But if it's third party like that, like where like this is probably not somebody that you would do business with anyway.
No, okay. So for example, in the summer I had a table set up at an event, and this girl was coming. She was looking at the shirts and was asking me about the shirts. I was like, I'm about to go grab my wallet. I'll be right back. Before she could come back, another girl stopped her. Did the turnaround thing, so they backs was away from me, and she like steady looking back, talking mess or whatever, and then the girl went and put her wallet away. So whatever this girl said affected a sale of mine. I mean, granted, it was probably a shirt or two, but I didn't know this girl here. I had never like seen her before.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know. I'm asking people who she is. Like, did I support her boyfriend before? Like, what is the problem? Like, why? So I mean, it can affect business, But I think it would only affect it on a small scale because I think people that are really about business and really about support.
Gotcha.
Agreed.
All right. Well, judgmental. He doesn't see Jens. He's in the studio, head down, gothic.
Yeah, but other producers and artists can talk shit about the studio. I just don't give a fuck.
Eminem, I just don't give a fuck.
No, I mean I think that's valid, bro. Like,
I think you have to have a certain mentality to not give a fuck though. Like, 'cause
right.
it's like I said, it's going to be like the girl missed out. She missed out on a sale with me. Who knows what else? She could have loved the shirts, wanted to do whatever.
Right.
It could have. You don't know what opportunities you're missing because you're basing your opinion off of somebody else.
Yeah, you got that negativity.
Yeah. All right, we good off of that. Real quick, who won the Super Bowl? Chiefs.
I don't even know who.
I'm hesitant on saying.
Undecided.
And no, the real reason why I'm hesitant on saying that, and I've seen this play out before with teams that have a 4-man rush, but they have what I mean 4-man, the defensive line people, for people who don't understand football, and they're rushing the quarterback. When people have 4 down linemen and they have a beast with 1 or 2 of them, they get pressure on the quarterback, such as, really fast, and that throws off the rhythm and timing. And I've seen it happen with Brady when the Giants had their run against him. I've seen it happen to Cam Newton when he was high and mighty when he had against the Broncos. And I just felt like those defenses, and they had that 4-man front that can get after the quarterback, poses problems for quarterbacks that like to sit back there and throw, like Mahomes. So I'm worried a little bit that
saying I like Mahomes and mobile.
That's what I was thinking. I was trying to figure out how the fuck you said that.
But you say this, but Cam, you can't. But Cam was mobile too.
Okay with it, but the defensive line didn't necessarily they affected that game greatly. But the biggest reason why is because he ain't had no receivers. They had just traded Steve Smith earlier that season, and Calvin Benjamin was hurt.
But they got there with running and throwing.
Mahomes is a different
Again, they had Ginn. When they played in that playoff game,
can't catch.
But no, when they played in the playoff against the Saints, and the Saints was supposed to win that game, Ginn had 130 yards receiving.
Cool. That's cool, but the motherfucker still can't catch.
2 different teams though, and 2 different quarterbacks.
No, Ginn with the Panthers.
For the Panthers.
He
I'm
torched them.
talking about Mahomes and Cam.
No. Okay, I get it. I just said my worry is just no. My worry is that 49ers defensive line is not going to give him enough time. They're going to get after him. They got a 8-man rotation.
That's cool, dude. I guess.
No, I know. That's my worry. Now, if the line don't get there, or they just don't, I think the KC wins easily.
Are we
I
doing
don't know. It's gonna be a good game either way.
Are we doing the hall pass or is that next?
Ooh, yeah. You giving a hall pass, Jake, to your girlfriend?
I think you need to explain what the hall pass is.
Are you giving a hall pass to your girl to have sex?
You need to explain what a hall pass is.
A hall pass is you going out.
People never seen a movie?
I think you need to explain it. So you asking me if I'm gonna be like, hey baby, check this out.
Why you have to be a deep voice like
I feel like doing my thing, right? You know what I'm saying? I've been getting tired of this pussy. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. Yo, listen. You can get piped down by anybody you want for the next 30 days. Huh?
Did you ask him for the hall pass?
I'm saying you gotta have a conversation because if you just listen,
you can't expect a hall pass if you're not giving a hall pass.
You got
but
to.
I feel like dude's gonna get a hall pass and then be like Donnell Jones outside the restaurant window.
Yeah, my whole point is if you gonna have that conversation, I'm gonna get to my opinion in a minute, but if you gonna have that conversation, like you gotta understand it's a 2-way street, and if you don't talk about it, then you just cheating. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all gonna do that, it need to be some sort of conversation. If you feeling like, yo, listen, I don't want to let you go, but I feel like doing my thing, and it's impossible for me to expect you not to. So I'm gonna need a month, you know what I'm saying, to go out here and get juicy.
I promise you, if you come to me like that, I'm going to try to beat you.
Yeah, and I think now that goes to my opinion. Like
the hall pass was a one-time thing.
Yo, I'm
for a whole month.
Well, motherfucker, like, shit? I mean, you think you gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna go out here and I'm just gonna get one joint and that's gonna be it? Nah, like I'm never giving a hall pass ever. If you feel like you need something else, then you need to just go get that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move on. I'm not asking for a hall pass either, especially dealing with a black woman. You gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, baby, listen, is it okay if I go out here and smash you?
You're probably not even gonna get to finish that sentence.
Hell yeah! Like by the time you get to listen, I've been feeling like real kind of like bland
You
with our
gonna be
sex
leaving
life. I'm
alright.
trying to.
Your penis gonna be where you left it.
So what you say?
See, that's what you
over.
Yeah.
So you
Like,
know,
after you sit down and watch the movie with her and shit, and you be looking at her like, you know what I'm saying? You know, you could. She gonna blow
You ain't
your
doing
fucking head off. Like,
Giving a hot pass?
Yeah.
If we both doing it?
damn, man.
No.
That's fucked up too. Cause how you gonna go out there and do something with somebody else and then come back to each other? I don't know. Motherfuckers do it nowadays, but they don't have a conversation. They
I'm
just be
not
cheating
bringing
on
it
each
up,
other.
but if a dude come to me and was like, "You want a hard pass?" This for both of us, right?
What if he just give you the hard pass like that? You go out here
If a
You
dude
go
just
ahead,
giving
go
out hard
nuts.
pass and he not doing nothing, he's gay.
for real.
oh shit,
Yeah, something's wrong there.
Yeah.
yo, giving a hall pass.
No.
Call somebody, ring somebody.
Listen though, like in the movie they was married.
But
And they
in the
was
movie,
giving out hard
they didn't even do nothing. They was sitting at
They
where were
did, but they almost did. They came real close. You know what I'm saying? Remember my man was at the house party.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was about to go down. He was about to. I feel like you already wrong when it get to that point.
I think
if she
I think-
naked, you might as well. You done fucked her in your mind already. You know what I'm saying?
I think that was the premise behind it, that the women felt that if they told they men that they could, that they wouldn't anyways, because they too nervous to
and the one couple
do
did.
it.
What a chick, the
Yeah.
wife did
Yeah.
What happened?
in the movie.
Mhm.
One of the wives, like she had actually got busy.
She was happy
What you mean?
afterwards.
I mean, I'm assuming so. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I
Because
can't.
I think they
Nah.
was like watching them, like catching them watch porn and looking at other women or whatever, so they felt that they was.
Yeah.
Yo, check this out.
But I never got that, like why women be upset when they do is watching porn. It's not, unless it's like excessive. It's not. I don't see the issue.
Yo, hold
What's
on,
what's
time out.
excessive?
I know. Like, no. Yeah,
Kept
no.
that motherfucker every day. He just
Yeah, like that.
You walk. You need to use the bathroom. That motherfucker on the toilet with his phone out. Like,
That's
oh.
excessive. It was some movie I was watching, and he couldn't get off with her without watching porn.
Oh, Don John.
Was that
joint.
it?
That joint.
I think so.
Like
And
yo,
so,
he'll be.
So like you can't. You tell me to
smashing.
stop, and then turn over and turn on a porn and start jerking off. Like nah.
But the man and Don,
Yeah.
Don John, the man would literally have sex with the girl he took home or whatever. Then all of a sudden he wake up like 3 a.m.
Oh no, this
and you hear
movie.
the dun, the motherfucking
This
the
movie,
laptop
he
come
literally would be like, okay, like push her off of him, and then turn over.
Yo, he is savage.
I forgot the name of the movie.
You a savage. If your girl on top of you, she thinks she getting it popping. You know what I'm saying? You like.
But it was a
Hold on.
everyday thing. Whatever movie it was, he was a politician, and so they had been married for like 20 years, and she, wasn't prepared to leave. I think he was about to be a senator or something like that. But it was like that's how their whole relationship. That's how he was.
That's crazy.
Yo, Lamar
That motherfucker
Odom.
slept with his wife and his laptop.
Lamar Odom's girlfriend said that he can't watch porn without her. Like he got like a what is it? 30-minute limit of watching porn.
But that
she
sounds like
gave
he
him?
has a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, 30 minutes. That's a long.
No,
ass
but that
time.
sounds like he has
be
a
watching people
problem, and
fuck.
she's trying to monitor it.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, he's a.
He on his Eric
Motherfucker,
Benet?
freak.
What the fuck type shit is that?
Freaky man.
He's an addict, so they say that you can.
I thought he was a drug addict. He a
Yeah, but
sex
you an
too?
addict. That's an addict is just the mentality. Period. You can turn that to anything.
That's true.
Mm.
Motherfuckers be addicted to porn, yo. I want to know what that rehab session is like. When you go to fucking, like if they got like, how they got like NA Narcotics Anonymous, AA Alcoholics Anonymous. Is it
But
like,
is it porn or is it
Anonymous?
sex? Period, or is it people like just strictly addicted?
I
to
don't know,
porn?
but I still would love to see like if there was actually a meeting with motherfuckers
How
addicted
you
to
gonna have a
porn.
meeting?
It's like they be naming porn
Anonymous?
stars and shit. Like, hey, hi group, my name is Jason, and I'm addicted to Roxy Reynolds.
Roxy Reynolds. No, or I'm addicted to looking at butt plugs, or you know.
And then you gotta be in that group and there's no judgment. You know motherfuckers in there judging as hell. Like they hear your shit, they be like, oh yeah, that's cool.
No, because I think when it comes to like to porn and like sex and stuff, it's so spread out. Like what you think is normal, and then somebody come in and top
giving
that
people
shit.
ideas and shit.
Yeah, it'd be a motherfucker like, yeah, I like anal beads. And the next dude is like, I like cream pie. All girl anal.
Oh god.
Like motherfuckers in there like, for real they got that? Instead of going to the bathroom and snorting coke, they go to the bathroom, rub one out, come back to the group like ain't shit happened.
Yo, y'all what? Music. Anybody listen to any music now? Just the porn music. Any new music y'all listen to?
Yo,
What came out?
Well, Meek Mill at the Grammys did the
I didn't like that.
the Letter to Nipsey.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I felt like that was rushed. I didn't see the performance with Nas. I just kept seeing it like people going crazy over the timeline. Like, oh my God, he looks great. He looks 20. I'm like,
who?
no,
Nas?
he don't. He looked 40. Okay.
That song wasn't that bad. The rodeo joint.
I liked it. I was gonna say I liked it.
Earlier, yeah.
I actually like listened to it on
I liked.
you know,
Speaking of Nipsey, I liked how they incorporated them in the rock brunch, like the colors and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah. I've been listening to this. This is girl named Shay Leah. Shaylia, Shaylia. She's dope.
from where?
I think she's from Paris, but she's got like this. It's like a new neo soul kind of vibe.
Put it on.
Man, no, I ain't.
I'm gonna hear
It's
what you
gonna sound all
listen
weird,
to.
man. I'm not.
It won't.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Unless your phone trash.
yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Then we can't hear the beat.
That is the beat. You can't hear that? Alright, so it's a long intro, right? Yeah, she's singing this shit.
This Rick vibe all day. You gonna be in the car
Yeah,
commentators
man.
later?
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she
I like that. I got somebody that I was listening to.
Nobody cares.
Yo, y'all gonna stop with this. I got somebody. I got put on to this shorty. Oh shit. Where is that? Come on, look.
Alright, yeah, so you don't know who it is, right?
Yeah. Stop it. Oh, it's 070 shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
was
talked about
telling
her last week.
The
Don't-
robot.
yeah.
She was like a robot.
I seen
did?
I seen the cover. I didn't even want to try it.
I get it, yo, but the joint dope. Like the album is.
Matter of fact,
dope.
no, she did come up on like I just had like the random songs playing,
Mhm.
and it did come up. I thought it was alright.
It's not bad. I mean, her album is dope. I mean,
The last new person I added was Savannah Christina.
Oh yeah. All right.
So, that's all you got. You new music besides the artists you working with?
No. I dropped like 3 projects this weekend, dude.
Are you dropping a song Friday for me?
No.
Why not? The video's almost done.
What video?
From when he was in here. We just gotta get.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
realize it's a process to dropping a project, right? I mean, a song or a single, putting it out. You can't just do it the same day.
Yeah.
There needs to be like a preload and a notification to all of the streaming
All
sources.
right, let's go. Let's get it. We're dropping Alex.
Yeah, man, that shit sound like you ain't understand nothing you just said.
What else we talking about?
I'm done. That's all I had.
I'm about to yell at you like Meek was yelling at Nicki in the story.
Man.
No, first of all, he was letting her like she was a little bit you know, and she wasn't yelling at her. He was yelling at homeboy.
But why was he even trying to talk to her?
You could have just been saying what's
But
up.
why? If I'm with, I just feel like that's you being funny. I'm with my dude. Don't speak to me.
Fuck him. He can say hi.
Hey, acknowledge y'all. Say what up.
If we felt we end on bad terms, there's no need for us to speak.
But we
Maybe he
don't
was
know what
trying to
terms
clear
they
the
ended
air.
on.
Maybe he was just trying to clear
As
the air.
per the tabloids and stuff, it was on bad terms. Don't speak to me.
I'm not following tabloids.
I don't either. But don't
I mean,
speak.
we don't know. But at
That's
the
what I'm
same
saying.
time, it's like still like.
Even
I don't think it's necessary for her to jump on shit just because he said hi.
But did she or did dude jump on shit?
Him too. Shit, it's like motherfucker. Like you do know I've been in that pussy too, right? So calm down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what's up.
See, that's what I.
And he just got a.
Y'all got a lot of.
personality
See,
difference.
the industry got a lot of what is those called? Brothers.
Oh,
I can't get the word out.
Eskimo brothers.
Eskimo brothers.
Eskimo
What's
brothers.
that? What that mean? That's what brothers. Oh, they done been in the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That's a dope little name.
And look at
Interesting.
me, I'm like, why are they calling them? Never mind.
Eskimo brothers. Oh, they been inside the same. Oh. Yeah, I mean, shit. Yo, it's a lot of Eskimo brothers around here, man.
Buffalo
Man,
Small,
it's
there's
a
a lot
small
of them.
city.
Yeah.
A lot of Eskimo brothers.
There's a
man.
lot of Eskimos.
Yeah, I mean,
We gotta come up with a name for y'all.
Eskimo brothers, man. Like, yo, man. It's tough. It's rough.
but I'm saying though, like,
Some
I feel
niggas
I
was
really
actually
was
traveling
sitting here like,
outside the states to
listen,
make sure that they ain't
Listen.
got Eskimo brothers.
I'm gonna count me in that group. Listen, but yo, I'm saying though, it's rough out here.
Yo, what it do for relationships is definitely rough.
I gave up.
You gave up?
Mm-hmm.
Shit,
Mama.
I did too.
I ain't
Wait,
gave
you in a
up. 'Cause,
situation?
I mean, I'm.
No.
That's why you gave up? I thought I could have sworn you was in a situation.
She definitely said she was in a situation.
I never said. Did I
It only
say that?
lasted
Let me
a
go
Was it a
back to-
situation or a situation? Shit.
Situation, shit.
Yeah, it was probably a
It
situation.
was a situation shit. It's
Damn.
over.
Yeah, you know that angle.
Hey.
Snow Allegra was getting that. Oh my bad. You know about Snow Allegra.
I do know about Snow Allegra. But yeah, no.
You was in it. You
I'm
gone now?
definitely, yeah. So now I need a different playlist because I don't feel like my playlist.
Oh, wait a
is
second.
Yo, hold on.
My playlist.
Yo, but listen, I feel you too.
My
Like, if you
playlist
got
is not-
a sex playlist,
It's
and you
not
put that-
conducive to being celibate. Like.
Oh, celibate. Lord
I
have
don't
I
care
need-
what you say. It's gonna be one song that's gonna be like,
mercy. Yeah. Next thing you know.
all right, Johnny, tonight it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
You
it's
shouldn't
like-
come over, but you're gonna have to come over tonight.
Because you've been laying there with that pillow between your legs for about 45
Mary J.
minutes.
Yeah, just listen to a bunch of Mary J songs. You'll be alright.
I don't want to be fat.
I'm going down.
Alright, what's the
You
other one?
gonna start
Keisha Cole?
Oh, her first album.
Saying.
But I don't want to be sad. I just don't want to be.
Yo, have you ever been on like you had a one of these, what are these called?
Playlist?
Not a playlist, but a
Streaming site?
streaming site with somebody, and they made a playlist.
You
For you?
sharing it?
No, they made
They
you
just made a
sharing it.
playlist?
Yeah, they made
Why
their
are
own
you sharing
playlist.
Why
a
are you sharing that
streaming
shit?
site?
I don't know. My
People
kids have
that's
it.
weirder than sharing a Facebook.
Nah, I've scrolled through somebody's playlist before.
Okay,
but
be
sharing,
open-minded that you're sharing. Like you, if
You're
you and your wife
sharing
got
the
you got title, she got title. You ain't gonna pay
Nah, I kicked
2
her off
charges.
my shit, 'cause she was
Cool.
putting bullshit on my playlist.
Man,
That's what I'm
hating that shit.
Yo, so look, that's what I'm trying to say. Y'all have it. Y'all want to pay $28.
Right.
You gonna pay $14 for one. But a nigga start putting shit on the playlist, you be
paying
like,
that $28.
this fucking playlist sounds like a
I don't even like people on my
Breakup playlist.
Netflix.
Yeah, she gotta go to the free Spotify. Get your ass out of here.
What if y'all been sharing that shit, and then she make a sex playlist, but she don't play that shit with you?
That's what I'm saying. That's
When you get
what I'm saying.
distracted, nigga, what you mean?
Who the fuck is
For
listening?
listening to music?
Bitch, what motherfucking? Who tattoos you kissing on? Huh?
No, but I was saying it because
You get the shot, you be at the window and lock it like this.
they making a playlist and it's like a full out 30 track.
Yeah, as soon as my shit started
A
filling up
breakup.
Lemonade songs, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
She had something to say.
What's that conversation gonna be like? Lemonade? Oh, you feeling thirsty, huh? Yeah. You know that's my
I feel
refrigerator
like she
though,
was
right?
sending you a
Ain't gonna be no
message.
lemonade being drank in here.
I feel like she was sending you a message.
Nah.
She put Lemonade on there, Keisha Cole first album.
It's because she didn't know how to.
you
She didn't know how to.
Mary
put her
J
own
before
shit.
she got
so
off
she was
crack.
uploading shit to
She
mine.
was sending a message.
Nah.
You start seeing songs from the motherfucking Waiting to Exhale soundtrack and shit. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, that's funny though. But yo, this is Ricky,
Jessica.
Jay.
Castle.
and we are Culture Visions. Yo,
I have edits.
yo, fucking ass is hilarious, dude. Yo, I couldn't even fucking breathe when you started talking about R. Kelly.